welcome you once again. This is Ziggy, the CEO of Your Roots Academy, and in this video I'll be demonstrating to you how to use the system, a library management system that I've created. So we'll be looking at the overview. So first of all, let's log in and then begin. So we have the system here. So the first session, the first button will be the add button. So that's where we're going to start from. So let's start to add our sessions. Let's say the first session ID, session 1, and the session name is maths. Then you click on add. It will be added to your system like that. So you see that the name is there. So let's add another one, S2 as the ID name, then the name, let's say English. Okay, then you add it. So after adding everything, you see that you have the list of items. So you can just double click on any of the list items here, so that if you want to edit, you just edit it. So let's say you want to edit this one. You want to add language to it. So you click on it, then you come and click on the update button here. Then the language will be added to your system. See that the update is there. So if you want to clear it, you can just clear it here. Now you can also equally search a book session with the ID. So let's say S1. I want to search for S1. Just type it here, then just click on it. The details will be displayed here. Okay, so the next one is what? The add book session. So with the add book session, you are going to add the books you have in your library, the books based on their session. So start with, let's say, BK1 is the ID for the first book. Then the title is My Life is Good, or let's say My Life Partner. My Life Partner. Let's say it is a reading book. So the author is Professor John Appiah. Then the year that it was published was, let's say, 1990. Then you come and select the book session. You see you have already entered the book session there. So if the book title or the book that you are working on is under English language, just select it. It will display the session there. See the session. Okay, sorry. Let's do something. Okay, so when you select it, it will display the session ID there automatically. Then you just enter the ISBN number. So with that one, it can be option. If the book has ID number, so you just enter the ID number, the ISBN number, then you just click on add. Then the details will be added to your system. So that is the book. So you'll be listing the books based on their sessions one after the other in your system. Now, after doing this, you can equally update, you can search, you can also you can search here, you can equally update and also print. So if you want to print this, you can just click on the print button here, and it will display it in a PDF format for you. Then okay, so this is the detail. So everything, the book ID here, the book title, the author, the year that was published, the session ID, then ISBN, everything is here. So just want your printer, then just print. Okay, so the next thing, let's move forward. Let's go to the next item. Then you go to add reader. So let's say the person, a student or a person who's come to take a book or come to borrow a book in the library. So you need to enter the details of the readers, people who come to the library. So let's say the reader ID, you can add R1 for the reader ID. Then the name can be, let's say, Appiah Kujo. The ID name is the reader's name. Then the gender is a gender, date of birth, let's say 23rd February, say 2009. Then the contact, okay, so any random number here for the person, the contact number of the person, and address is the location. Maybe the person is in Kumasi, you just enter the location. And the type of reader, is it just a reader or any other? Let's say the person is just a researcher, so the system can give you the options to read. So for me, I use just reader and others. So you can select the reader, then click on add. Then the reader details will be added to your system. If you want to update, you can update. You can let's say print and others. Okay, so now let's go straight to the supplier. So you can also enter the details of your supplier that supply the goods to you, the supply ID, that's the unique ID for each of the suppliers, the name, the gender, the city where the supplier comes from, or the supplier is sending the book from, the contact, the address, and the company name. You can just enter that one too in your system. Then the staff, those who work in the library too, you can add their details here and their role. If they are an administrator or they are just a staff, you can just add their role. Now, the next one, which is most important, is the borrow book. You see, libraries, we borrow book from the library. So the person wants to borrow a book from the library, you enter here. The person is already registered as a reader in the library, so the person has a record, or his or record in the library. So if the person has no record in the library, go to add reader and add it. So now the person wants to take a book. Which book the person wants to take? Let's say the book ID is BK1. That's the book ID the person wants to take. So we just search the ID of the book, then the details of the book that you've already entered will come here. Then the reader ID, the reader is, let's say, reader 1. So enter the reader ID to also generate the details of the reader for you here. Now the reader wants to borrow the book for how many days? Let's say for 10 days. So you come to this side, then just type 10, represent the 10 days. So the moment you type the 10, it will generate the return date for you. So now today is 8th June, and the person is borrowing the book for 10 days. That means the person will return it in 10 days time. That will be 18th June. So it have calculated it for you here. So after entering the borrow days, the amount the person wants to borrow the dates, the books, then just issue the book to the person. So the record will be what? Will be added to your system. So you can track every book that is leaving the library and every book that is coming to the library. So the record has been successfully added. So it's like the person's updated. So if you can equally double click on it to display the person, and then you can edit it anytime that you want. You can also equally print it as well. Now let's go to, now the person wants to return the book. So which book the person borrowed? The person what we worked on was book BK1. That's what the person just borrowed. So we search. The moment you say, you see that it's telling the person that the person have 10 days to return a book, because he borrowed the book just today. So it will calculate the date for you. So if the date is overdue, it will tell you that the days that the person must return the book is overdue. Now the person wants to return the book. Maybe he has finished reading the book the same day. So you just search for the book, the particular book ID. Then you click on the receive book. So you click on the receive book. Then the details of that person will be erased from the system. Now let's try to search for the book BK1 and see what will happen. BK1. See that it is giving us error, showing that book is no more in the system. Okay, so this is how the system works. So if you want us to design such system for you, just contact us and we will get back to you. Thank you, and God bless you for watching. Have a nice day. Bye bye.